Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be, again, sorry for it being a long time between uploads, but um, it has been a crazy few weeks, kind of, not really. It's just been really hot and yeah, but it has been a crazy few weeks. But enough of that. Today we are going to be talking about duck flock dynamics. I'm pretty sure I've done a video on this in the past. I'm not entirely sure. But, yeah, duck flock dynamics. Let's dive into it. So I just merged all of my flocks. I have not done a video on this, but I have merged everything together that can be together. So the ducks that were separate are now in with the big flock, and they're doing fine. Absolutely wonderful. The main concern I had was overbreeding by the males, but I'm not seeing that. And maybe one or two females are getting bred more than others, but for the most part it's been fairly calm. Yes, we are out of breeding season, kind of, not really. But everyone's molting, so it's taking a lot more out of them than that. So that's where my thing is it's not really, they're not being as aggressive as they were at the beginning of the year because of molting. I have almost all my females are molting. Guppy, my male, is molting pretty bad, but they're still all doing wonderful. That was a long pause. Sorry, y'all. I was worried at first that Guppy, my original blue Swedish male, was going to be aggressive to the other two males. Quickly found out that's not the case. He hasn't been aggressive to any of them. He chased the females around, but that's normal behavior from them. And Havoc, my other blue Swedish male, he's actually a little bit bigger than Guppy, so Guppy was running from him, so it was fine, and it was all pretty even. I watched everything, and if I needed to take him out, I would have, but everything looked completely fine on my end. So, well, from my viewpoint. Let me go switch this hose really quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, hose is switched. So I was worried about that at first, but once I saw that there wasn't really any aggression happening between the males, I was like, okay, this is fine. Now you might be thinking, I don't know if you're keeping up with names or anything, you might be thinking, where's Bodie, my Welsh Harley Quinn male? Yeah, he's breeding. He hasn't really shown any dominance, which I'm shocked over, because Havoc's younger than him, so I kind of thought that Bodie would take the lead on that and be more aggressive, but he's not, and I'm not worried about it. He just doesn't mind just taking a step back and letting somebody else lead the flock, which is fine. I still believe that Guppy is head honcho, but that's changing kind of on a daily for me, where it's either Guppy or it's Havoc. Havoc's more assertive. Guppy's always been one to stand back when there's other males. He wouldn't get in the pool for months. If y'all been watching for a while, like from the winter time, you know he wouldn't get in the pool because the other males were in there. It's not that bad anymore. Like, he'll get in the pool and he doesn't mind. But if Havoc gets in there, he'll get out, or he won't breed the females anymore. And so that's why I'm kind of saying, I believe he is still head honcho. With age, he is. But I think Havoc's just a little bit more assertive than he is with trying to mate and everything. Again, I'm not doing like DNA testing or anything if I hatch out. Everything is going to be separated for when I hatch out, because I do want things to be not chaotic and crazy. So I might hatch out soon if they start laying. My main thing with hatching out right now is Gladys isn't doing too well with her leg. Her leg's just not healing, so it could be something. I mean, she has her good days and she has her bad days. I do think she's going to resume laying again once she's finished with this molt. So that is something that I'm going to need to monitor very closely, and I'm okay with that. I'm willing to wait if it takes till next year to if it takes till next year for me to be able to get kids from Havoc and Guppy. I will have a whole hatch dedicated to theirs, and maybe some Welshes in there too. I'll do a whole hatch dedicated for them, and I will be keeping daughters. Only going to keep 2 daughters, maybe 1, but if I'm retiring her, I'd rather keep 2, because I was going to keep 1 anyway, so I'll probably keep 2 daughters. If I can, I would like to make it a silver and a blue, if I can. If there's no silvers that hatch out, that's fine. I'll figure out something. Maybe do another hatch, but I don't particularly want her breeding. The males have stayed away from her for the most part. I don't know if it's just because she's a molt or just because of her leg and they know that she's not okay, but they've stayed away from her, and that's that's what I wanted them to do, is stay away from her. So I can't ask for anything else with that. If I have to separate them just to get them to breed, then I will. And I hate doing that to her, but I would like to get 2 kids from her, 2 daughters. So that does mean that probably means about a week's worth of eggs or more, to get the numbers that I want from her, and to get the silver, and then you have to take out the black Swedishes that hatch from that and all that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna figure it all out. There's gonna be a lot of content focused on Guppy and Gladys. Well, Gladys more so, because I do want kids from Gladys. She's my original female. I wanted to keep kids from her this year, and then I ended up getting Havoc and Hera. And yeah, I love Havoc and I love Hera, but I wish I would have kept the daughters from her. But I didn't. I didn't know they were daughters either, but that's fine with me. I will figure it out. I'm not too worried about it. Just, it's what I would like to happen. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'm not going to complain. But yeah, everybody's doing really good. What I have noticed with my hens is they've taken a little longer to adjust, per se, to having 3 new hens added back into the mix. And before, I had separated everybody out to where it was just Webby, my black Cayuga, and Pepper, my my Rowan, and they were separate. Or they were with Guppy and Quackhead, the black Cayuga male. And I separated Quackhead out, and then they were in there by themselves with Guppy, and that was fine. But Salt and Gladys were moved over with the littles. I've realized that they've kept that same dynamic, even though they're back in with the other males, that they've kind of stayed together more so than before. And that's fine, obviously. And then you have Salt and Pepper, who were raised together, obviously. They hang out, like, everybody still hangs out with everybody, but, like, it hasn't been. But they are getting a lot better with actually hanging out, like, everybody together, instead of that. Like, there was like a week, maybe 10 days, that the new group of ducklings, the blue Swedishes and the Welshes, all stayed in the coop. I couldn't get them to come out. And I was like, you need to come out, y'all. I would try to get them out every few hours just to eat and drink in case they weren't. I wasn't watching them that heavily. But they're eating and drinking and everything's all good, so yeah. They're a part of the flock and I'm happy. I couldn't really ask for anything else. I do wish that there were there were some changes that I wish that I could have made. Obviously, that happens with everything, but I have to live with the decisions that I made. I'm not upset about it because it was the right decision to make then, and yeah, but everything's fine. I'm happy with the decisions that I made, even though I do wish that I could have gone back and maybe made a different decision, because if I knew that her leg was gonna hurt, or like get hurt, I wouldn't have sold her kids, but I also wouldn't have let her get into that same position. I would have separated her. So it's like a double thing here, where I could have been getting a lot more eggs from her, potentially, or done a whole nother hatch with her and Guppy, but I didn't. I only had the one incubator, so it was kind of hard, but all of that's getting figured out. I do need to go turn off this pool, and this video is, I'm gonna be real about this. Y'all are probably not gonna like this video, and that's fine. I enjoy it. I enjoy the content that I do. I mean, obviously it's my content, but a lot of people just don't get how I make animal content. But every day is different. Every day is very exciting. And yeah. And also, be tuned in for the video on Wednesday. I'm going to show, well, might be Monday. I might post this tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to post this on Friday, and you guys be ready for Monday's video where I show you guys some new additions that we got. They have been here for like 2 weeks, 10 days, something like that. So yeah. Be ready for that. The ducks are going absolutely crazy. And I will be doing more of those style videos from when I was doing them before, where you watch the pools fill up, you watch everybody swim around and everything. That content will be coming back after breeding season, where everybody's not like just in the mood to breed. So more on that later, and thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in Monday's video. Bye, y'all.